and Eastern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley.
And I'm Olivia Calfee.
A popular scenic Eastern Kentucky attraction can once again be seen after a damaging fire.
Fire raced through parts of Natural Bridge State Park, but it was contained, and today access to the public areas was once again restored. WYMT's Phil Pendleton spoke to several people taking advantage of the area and has more.
Several walking trails are open. The Skylift is taking people to the top. They started selling tickets around 9 o'clock this morning.
We had planned this trip, and we were wondering if we would just come down to like a ruin.
Concerns shared after fire swept through more than 100 acres at the state park. For almost 2 weeks, firefighters were about the only ones to ride up the Skylift as they worked to contain the fire. But Friday morning, the lift and some trails were once again open to the public.
I guess lucked out. It was just a matter of good timing on our part, so that we're here. We're excited to go to the top.
The park pretty much is back to its normal operating hours and procedures, but you're still likely going to find a number of trails that are closed because of the fire. The Hoods Branch Trail, the Balance Rock Trail closed because of safety concerns. In Powell County, Phil Pendleton, now back to you.
All right, thank you, Phil. State forestry officials say the cause of the fire was arson.
Well, many of us have been dry this afternoon. Others, well, we've seen some heavy rain at times, and that's what we're seeing push out right now on our Buffalo Mountain camera from southern Perry County. There's the view. The rain is finally pushing out. Just a few minutes ago, we had quite a little shower push across the region. We're starting to get that moved out for now, but still a couple more out there. Mid-60s out there. Same thing from the Mountain Parkway at Slade. They've seen a little bit of rain as well. The heaviest of the rain right now. Got a couple areas to watch. One right now in Wayne County, West Virginia, right on top of Clifford. Seeing that push on through. Another little downpour heading towards the city of Inez right now down there in Martin County. We'll continue to see everything push off to the east. A lot of lightning with that one south of Louisa. Another one on the Breathitt, Knott, and Perry County lines, kind of where all the three counties come together. Just north of Highway 80. That'll be passing north of Emelina over the next little bit. And further to the south, just about out of the viewing area, this little heavy thunderstorm there in the far southern reaches of Lee County, Virginia. Everything here continues to push off to the east, and we're almost done. A few more showers back there, but that frontal boundary works through during the rest of the evening. Should bring us finally some calmer conditions. Still near 70 out there, though, outside of areas that are seeing rain right now. Look at Jonesville. I just saw a shower sitting at 61. Your forecast first through the rest of the evening. Definitely grab the umbrella just in case, but we'll continue to see things dry out as we head later on tonight, dropping into the 50s as well. Details on when we see a return to some wet weather in a few minutes. Steve?
Evan, thank you. A surviving roommate in the University of Idaho murders will speak to attorneys for suspect Bryan Kohberger. In a court filing, an attorney for Bethany Funk agreed to an interview with defense attorneys in Reno, Nevada, instead of appearing at a preliminary hearing scheduled for late June in Idaho. Kohberger's legal team previously asked a Nevada court to compel Funk to travel to Idaho to testify as a witness. Funk, who returned to her home of Reno following the killings last November, initially fought the subpoena. Kohberger is charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder in the fatal stabbings of 4 people. Kohberger could face the death penalty if found guilty.
More than 20 Russian missile strikes pounded Ukraine overnight, killing at least 23 people. It was the first major attack from Russia in more than a month.
CBS's Willie James Inman reports from Washington.
The deadly Russian missile attack hit an apartment building in Uman, Ukraine, nowhere near the front lines of the now 14-month war. 21 people were killed according to Ukraine's national police, including 3 children. Serhiy Lebovitsky said he had to be rescued from his apartment. My neighbors are gone, he cries. No one is left. Air raid sirens blared in Kyiv after Russia launched more than 20 long-range cruise missiles overnight. Russia says the weapons hit places where Ukrainian soldiers were housed and made no mention of the civilian deaths. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky says several missiles were downed by Ukraine's air defense. U.S. Patriot missiles may have been deployed. The U.S. delivered them last week, and Friday, Ukraine's defense minister said the military has already mastered their use.
Patriot missiles are just the latest contribution from the U.S. to the war in Ukraine. Next month, the U.S. will deliver 31 Abrams tanks to Germany, where Ukrainian troops will train to use them.
Equipment and ammunition contributed by Western allies could help Ukraine as it prepares to launch a counteroffensive to retake 4 Russian-occupied territories in the east. Friday, Russian President Vladimir Putin signed a decree that gives residents there a path to Russian citizenship. Those who choose to keep their Ukrainian citizenship and are deemed a threat could be deported. Willie James Inman, CBS News, Washington.
Friday's attacks come just days after the presidents of Ukraine and China held a phone call. China, a close ally of Russia, promised to send a peace envoy to Ukraine.